Now that we went ahead and got our Betty all completed on our checklist, we're going to go ahead and get this thing off the jack stands, take it for a test drive, see if it's got better power. Come on, Betty. Oh, we're trying. Seems like there's some carburation issues. It's really, if you try to give it the gas, it wants to fall on its face even more. So I think I'm gonna have to go through the carburetor and jet it for this altitude. It's probably running really rich. Maybe it just needs some love. So we're gonna take it back to the shop and go through the carburation, jet it for this altitude, and we're at about 5,000 feet. So, oh yeah, it just doesn't wanna, you give it a little bit of gas and it's a dead horse. Come on, Betty. Oh, come on, Betty. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you gotta go real slow with Betty. Nothing too fast on her. We'll get her remedied. Yeah. I'm Joe Dirt and I'm Joe Meteorite. And I'm in the Betty. Betty needs love on the carburetor. On our 74 Volkswagen Beetle, we went ahead and adjusted the valves. We did an oil change on this. We put our new distributor cap on it. We set the timing at 28 degrees total advance. We put new spark plugs in it, gapped them at 26 thousandths. And we're still getting a real gassy smell. When we go to take off, it's real hesitant. It's kind of puking. And so I'm going to go ahead and take this carburetor off and rejet this for our elevation. We're up here at 5,000 feet. These are always set at sea level, and so I know if I can get that jetted right, it'll run a lot cleaner. It is running way better than it was. It fires right up, so we're getting close on making this thing a sweetheart. So we're going to show you how to get this apart, what it takes to get this rejetted for your elevation, well, our elevation, and see if we can't get this thing to run better. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and take this air cleaner off. So they got some big clamp on there holding it on, this aftermarket air cleaner. Get rid of the fluctuator hose. Disconnect the choke. Get that up out of the way somewhere. We'll hook it right there. Get this fuel line off. Better grab me a rag so I don't make a big mess. I'm gonna need the persuasion pliers. It doesn't want it. Oy. She's a leaker, folks. She's saucy. Kind of looked like when I grabbed the hose, it started leaking right there. Might want to look and see if that hose is dry rotted or not. Got the actuator wire for the Hidget arm contraption unit. Looks like 13 is the magic number. Let's see. This side's going to be the tricky one. Getting back up in behind there. I'm going to go ahead and remove the distributor cap here just to give me a little more access. Not too hard, you just got to be patient. Okay, there. Actually, there should be a cable hooked to this. Yeah, here it is, right here. This cable, got to disconnect that. Yeah, number 8 wins the game on that. Grab my pliers here and hold on to it so I don't try to tweak my cable. Loosen that up, and this cable should just slide right out of there. That's nice. I'm going to go ahead and take this out just so I don't lose it. And I'll just put it right back on here and snug it up just a little bit just to keep it from being lost in time. So in reality, this thing should just come right off. Now we'll take this and drain the gas into a bucket and get her over on the carburetor bench and get it taken apart. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this thing off before I take it apart. Just like that. Looking pretty fancy. We'll go ahead and blow it off with the air compressor and get her over on the bench. Oh yeah, be sure to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell because we're giving away $1,000 in cash. So the first 1,000 subscribers to our channel, we're going to draw a name from them 1,000 subscribers once we hit 1,000, and we're going to give away $1,000 cash. So make sure to like and subscribe and check out our next videos. Okay guys, now I got this thing all cleaned up. I'm going to rejet this carburetor for the 5,000 foot elevation that we're at. I'm going to replace the main jet and the idle jet. What I've done is I've gone through and I've looked at what this carburetor had for factory specs, and then I leaned it down a percentage. I ended up going 12% on the main jet and only 9% on the idle jet. The next step down on the idle was 15% lean, which would probably be fine in actuality, but I didn't want to get too buck wild. So we're going to go ahead and show you right here on the bottom of this bowl, this access hole. It drains the bowl, and it also gives you the access you need for the main jet. So as you can see, maybe possibly down inside there is the jet. And so we're going to remove that and put in this other one. Whenever you're trying to figure out these jet sizes, you can look up the carburetor on the website that they sell them on, and it'll give you the specs inside these, and that way you have an idea how lean you want to go. I just take whatever the jet size was and lean it down by a percentage and see if they have a number that matches up close to it. So this one, yes, came from the factory with the 127.5, so I know no one's changed that because that's what was in there from the factory. This new jet, whoa, is a 112, so it's definitely leaner. I like to double check that sometimes. You can even have a brand new carburetor like this and someone could have gone in there and already changed it, so I wanted to just make sure that just to see if someone's been inside this or not, basically. That was slick. I was able to drop that jet in there and it almost just fell right into place, right side up, and the whole deal. That's unheard of, but yay. Just go ahead and let me find it and give it a little snug. These are made of brass, so they're real soft. You can mess them up. I like to use a pretty good screwdriver with a wide blade on it. That way I can get in there really clean. You get a small screwdriver on there and you'll start stripping it and putting metal in there. So this has got a aluminum crush washer on it, so make sure that's still on there, otherwise it's going to leak. Snug it up. You can feel the washer kind of crush. Yep, kind of bit and then slid a little bit, so I know that that washer is seating. You don't want to strip it out. Another thing you want to do is these settings from the factory usually come preset. This one I can tell someone's been messing with it. It's got marring on the head. So we're gonna set, once we get this on the vehicle, we're gonna show you how to adjust the idle screw and your air screws, so that way we can get this at maximum idle. You want it right around 850 to 900 RPM. I'm gonna flip it around. Right here is the location of my idle jet. So we get that taken out. Got my new one here. So yeah, they look same design, so we should be good. This one's got a flat head on it, this one does not, so I'm going to need to get a little bit of a socket to install that. Okay, what size was this bad boy? Looks like it was an 8mm. Go ahead and get that put in there. You don't want to tighten it super tight, but you can tell it's got a little seat on there, like a tapered edge that's going to seat in and seal. So you definitely want to get it tight enough to do that, but you don't want to strip it. Use 1/4 inch small stuff or a nut driver, something that, and then don't hold it out here, hold it up here. You just kind of give it a little twist with your fingers. Yeah, it feels good. So that's all there is to it. That's all you need to do to change your main jet and your idle jet. They do have an air jet in here, but at our elevation, it's down inside there, folks. But you have to take this apart, no big deal. But we were in parameters of what MP said was in that range for this jet packet to keep that air the same. So we didn't have to go ahead and change that. We're going to go ahead and get this back on the car and do all our final adjustments, set all the timing and the air fuels and make it run right. So let's do that.
Now that we got the jets replaced in our carburetor, check out our next video where we reinstall the carburetor and do the final tuning.